Over the last few weeks, I've made videos talking about IDVs, indefinite delivery value, IDCs, indefinite delivery contracts. We've looked at sources sought, we looked at RFIs, we looked at contract opportunities. So today I want to talk about pre-solicitation. Now, I know that we all do not have the ability to always plan and wait for contract opportunities. There are people out here who are, I won't say desperate, but desperate for lack of better words, but who need opportunities today, like immediate opportunities. And in an earlier video that I made, we discussed the DoD $7 million contracts that are just awarded to companies, and those companies are going to have immediate opportunities. Another thing that people are looking at is, Eric, hey, look, it's great. I'm so happy. And again, if I had the time, I would love to wait, and I love to do the sources sought thing that you talked about, which is the rule of two. That's great for the future opportunities. But Eric, I need something now, right? So how do I win opportunities right now? And also, how do I start shaping things for the near future, right? So we talked about, again, when we're looking at sources sought RFIs, that is your 100-meter mark, right? And then when we look at the actual awards, like the DoD $7 million, those contracts were awarded. So that's the now, right? That's the 25-meter, because again, they are awarded today. However, it's probably a few months out before they actually start doing any activity, but that's more immediate. So in the middle, one of the things that we can look at, which is in between the immediate awards and the future opportunities that are coming out, we can look at what's called pre-solicitations. Pre-solicitations are the in-between phase, right? So before they become a actual full-blown solicitation, RFQ, they are pre-solicitations. And today we're going to talk about pre-solicitations, and we're going to pull down some opportunities, and I'm going to talk to you about how to use pre-solicitations. We are looking at pre-solicitations. So let me grab type of notice, pre-solicitation, and we received 14,000 results. Let's just grab some from the last week. Filter. All right. Now, what you're looking at here are opportunities that are coming out really, really soon. If they've made it to the pre-solicit phase, that means they're probably about 30 to 45 days out from actually turning into an actual RFQ, a combined synopsis, an actual solicitation. This is the good thing about this is you have the opportunity to start planning for this project, meaning that you could start putting together your team, you're aware of it, and if you are a subcontractor, for example, let's just pull this one down, we could talk about it. So design build services for the Federal Trade Commission Summit Federal Building. Obviously, this is going to be a huge project. They're calling for a design build, and they're letting you know that this particular project, the Peachtree Federal Summit Building, so telling you right now, it's going to require newly installed mechanical work fully coordinated within the building's BAS system. Now, it also includes upgrades to the fire alarm system on the floor. So if you are a mechanical contractor, fire alarm contractor, or if you're a consultant and you're saying, Eric, look, the sources sought is great, but if you're a consultant, or if you want to be a consultant, this is where you may want to reach out to a mechanical company, a fire alarm company, and talk to them about this opportunity. Additionally, they're saying there's going to be new rated partition doors, hardware, ceiling systems, light fixtures, all this kind of stuff, right? This is a great time to speak with people, let them know about some opportunities that exist, and you can immediately have things in the pipeline to start looking at once they come out. So again, let me see if this one says it, when the date is. I don't see it on here. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll say actually when they anticipate the solicitation to come out. This one does not say it. It says August 1st published, original response date September 7th. It doesn't state it here, but some of them will state when they anticipate the actual solicitation coming out. Let's look at some other ones here. Roof replacement. I know. I hear all my people crying already. You're in construction. This is all construction stuff. Okay. Here is an opportunity that's coming up. Roofing and siding materials, small business set aside, place of performance, Albany, California. Again, this is what we talked about is the contract awards are immediate. Pre-solicitation now, there's, again, a lot of people are not looking at what's coming up. If you have not been tracking this, if you are busy, just a lot of people are busy, a lot of companies are busy actually doing their jobs, right? They're just keeping employees afloat, managing the existing projects. Maybe they have a BD guy looking at bidding jobs, right? There's people that are actually bidding contracts now. This is in between the bid and this is actually in between the actual bidding phase and what's coming down the pipe. We're looking at roofing systems. Let's go back. See what else came out this week. HVAC system at the VA hospital. What else? Antenna repair modification. I mean, this is just in the past week, right? 727 opportunities. What this tells me is that a month from now, all of these are going to become contracts. I'm sorry, not contracts. They're going to actually become solicitations where they're going to turn it into contracts. Here, DLA Fitness Center renovation project. WSTD in Norfolk, that's Corps of Engineers. $5 to $10 million project. If it were me, I would say to myself, all right, this is coming up, and I have a company that I'm working with. I'm letting them know about this opportunity. That way, we can decide at this point, right, are we going to be able to put things together? And then we go back and we look at, because then let's explain how we can tie this whole thing together. We go back to the video where I talked about looking at some of the indefinite delivery contracts. You were supposed to pull that down and get your company ready. If you did that and you pulled that down and you got your company ready, you would then be in a position to now have this opportunity to go after these types of contracts. A perfect example is today I was looking over one of the profiles of one of our podcast guests, and I reached out to them and I said, hey, I noticed on your profile that you did a joint venture with a small business. Is that something that you're open to? And he called me back and he said, yes, this is definitely something we're open to, and he explained to me some of the things that are going on internally with the corporation and where there might be some opportunities for me. This is what happens when, again, you're sitting back and you're looking at the stuff and you're saying, how do I put the pieces together? How do I fully make this work for me? Having the history of what a corporation needs, whether it be yourself, whether it be a partner, whether it be a joint venture partner, having that information about from the IDVs, and again, if you didn't see the IDV video, go back and watch that video. Having that information allows you to set up your company and your partner's companies for success. Now, sometimes you may not, because the contract comes out, because it's already a solicitation, it may be too quick a turnaround for you to actually go after that opportunity. But that doesn't mean you have to sit back and do nothing. Pre-solicitations is the next step to, okay, hey, look, I know that we missed out on some of these other opportunities. That's like they said, that's in the past, right? That dust is in the wind. But now we have a chance to go after this and prepare all of the elements that we need that I gave to your company beforehand. Now we have the opportunity to put this together, prepare our packages, put together the teams, figure out who can do it, who's going to be the project manager, who's going to be the superintendent, who's going to be the players, what else, what are some of the other areas that we need, functional areas within an organization, where are some of our shortfalls at, and now when it comes out and you start tracking this. So for example, what I would do is I would click follow, so I make sure I follow it. I'd follow the Corps of Engineers. I'd set up my notifications, all that kind of stuff. Here, it's telling you what they're looking for. Renovating Building 32, Bays F through G. Relocation of a fitness center. The functional space areas include gymnasium, basketball courts, bleacher style seating. All of these things where you could say, all right, what do I need? Who do we know that does bleachers? Who do we know that's done fitness centers? Who do we know? And now you've given yourself an extra month or 2 months, 60 days, right, to prepare. When this bid hits, you are already strong, right? Now, when the thing comes out and you know exactly what the requirements are and what they're looking for, you've pretty much done 80% of that work. Does that make sense? And this is, again, what I tell people. Most persons out there that reach out to me, the way in which they do things are, hey, Eric, I saw this bid out today, and I need help putting together the numbers, and wait. If you're just learning about the bid and it's been out for 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, you're already behind the curve. First of all, if it's on beta.sam, you're behind the curve, right? But again, let's assume we have to bid projects, right? So you're going to bid something. And this, for me, I would have already decided a go, no go on this particular opportunity. But let's assume you find something and you're like, okay, I just learned about it now. The bid's due in a week. If your bid's due in a week and if you're not already in place, your company's not already set up to do federal contracts, it's nearly impossible. I'm not going to say impossible because I don't want to wave a blanket pen across everyone. It's not impossible, but it's nearly impossible to get yourself ready for anything like that. So this is the best way that I see is pre-solicitations is to start lining yourself up and getting ready for contracts before they come out, things that may fall in your category, in your skill set. So that way, Sayles wireless managed services, draft solicitation, right? They're looking for wireless managed services. I know people that do things like this. And it applies to every spectrum, IT, clothing. Every spectrum has pre-solicitations. You can sort by NAICS code. You can sort by PSC code. Okay? I'll do that real quick for you. Let me just sort by PSC code and see. Let's look at live animals. That's interesting. Nothing with live animals in the past week. Hold on. Let's clear. All right, live animals. Here you go. Notice of intent to sole source. Notice of intent, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services, Department of Interior. Provide a barrier for rabbits, mice, hamsters. Notice of intent to sole source, Yucatan swine. Let's pull this up. The reason why I pull this up, which is so funny, because healthy male Yucatan swine required for critical ongoing scientific research efforts. Okay. And the reason why I pull this up is because it seems like every time I pull up some opportunities, someone sends me an email like, hey, I could do that. And it's funny because people come back to me and say, hey, my cousin actually handles Yucatan swines. So that's why I went ahead and pulled up animals, just because it's never seems to amaze me the diversity of people that are watching this channel and the diversity of people who actually want to get into this arena. And also, it reminds me, and it should remind you out there, that there's no limit to the amount of opportunities that exist in the federal arena. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video today. I hope you learned something about pre-solicitations. Again, leave me your feedback, your comments, questions, anything that you have. Make sure to visit our resource page at govcongiants.com/resources for more information about how to join our community, how to join our courses. Please support us when you get a chance. Thank you so much.